Okay, welcome everyone to the July 15th council meeting. Madam Clerk, pledge please. Yes, ma'am.
Roll call. Councilman Asbill.
He's absent.
Councilman Buddy.
Present.
Councilman Chatelain.
Present.
Councilman Johnston.
Present.
Councilman Wheeler.
She's absent.
Mayor Bodier.
Present.
Police Chief Walker.
Here.
Fire Chief St. Cyr.
He's absent.
Finance Director Todd Turniola.
Absent.
City Attorney Scott Stansberry.
Present.
Municipal Clerk Nicole Sanders. Absent.
Sitting in for our municipal clerk is the matriarch of Harahan, Ms. Rena Sanders. We're very honored to have her tonight. So we're going to go into mayor's comments. And this is our slideshow presentation that we do to try to get people to understand kind of what we've been doing over the past month. And we'll run through some of these real brief just to give you guys an idea of what we've been doing and the projects that we're working on. All right, so we're back on Wilson Street right now, and what we're doing here is we're trying to figure out a better way. We know what we're doing right now with the engineers is not working. We're having a lot of sediment issues, and the pipe is actually not setting in the ground. It's sinking in the ground, and so we're looking for a better way to fix that. We're having some issues with this, and we want to do the right thing here, and we're looking at some new plans with the engineers. And what we're working on is maybe not go as 13 feet in the ground and keep a gravity line. What we're looking to try to do is stay in the 4 foot of clay and add an additional force main in the system, which extends the cost, but it makes it to where we don't have to revisit it again. So, and overall, it just creates a savings. And that's what we're here to do. You know, we want to try to save people's money as fast as we can. We're working with the Pontchartrain Conservatory. We're working with some other engineers that are involved, and we're also doing core samples. We're finding not so good soil in some spots and good in the others, but we want to make sure that it's uniform throughout and that this project holds. And when we build it, we want to make sure the money's done in the right place. So here we go. Here's some of the projects we're working on right now. We're working on a sewer plant and the lift station upgrades. We're going to invest $405,000 into that. We're working on the wind retrofit and replacement roof for the fire station. That's going to be about $450,000 and some change. I mean, if you guys haven't heard, the fire station roof is deplorable, and it's leaking water bad, and it's creating a situation where we're having to deal with mold and putting our firemen in an environment where it's not healthy or safe. We also working on putting a new roof on the gym through the wind retrofit grant as well, and then and on a senior center. The senior center, I learned just this week, believe it or not, is over 30 years old, and it's time that we do some updates and have that big oak tree, which has actually been feeding termites into the walls of the senior center. So we got some work to do there. The building needs some work, and we're going to try to pick up and get this sucker moving and get it back to where we can get our seniors back and enjoying the facility. All right, so the Jefferson Highway streetscaping, we're going to come back to that. You know, as we legalized golf carts a while back, and please, if you would want to drive a golf cart around the streets, please go through the protocol of getting it certified. Call the city of Harahan, get your certification. They'll run through all the rules and regulations on what you have to drive your golf cart on the street. It's real important, and we like everybody to follow the rules on it. And that way, once we all follow the rules, we know everyone's safe, and it doesn't become a program that we have to withdraw. We liked it. We like bringing hometown back to Harahan and in the hometown community. We like having golf carts here, but there are all sets of rules to actually driving one on the street. So if you have any questions, please call the city. We're also doing some manhole rehabilitation projects. So basically, that's just rehabilitating the manhole, making sure there's no infiltration into the well, maybe new manhole covers if they need to be, because we're having a lot of infiltration issues. And what's happening, believe it or not, if it's not directly in the neighbor's yard, it's coming through manholes. And the goal is to try to get I&I or infiltration out of our plant. You know, we want the plant only to deal with what comes out of the sewer system and the collection system, not in the not out of our manholes or from rain. And just so you guys know, I read this the other day, and it was posted on Facebook as well, that we've already had almost this entire year's of allotment of rain, and it's only July. So that's incredible. I mean, the rainfall has been something like I've never seen, and just so you know, I mean, and that's factual data that the rain is been pretty incredible, and the whole year's of supply has already been dropped on. So maybe we'll have a dry year. So we're also looking at our money from the Rescue Plan Act. This is what we plan on getting. It's not in our hands yet, so we don't count our chickens before they're hatched. And so we're looking at about $3.4 million to do that, and a lot of it will go in infrastructure. The city has one of the oldest infrastructures in the parish. I've also learned that this week. And so we're working on doing a lot of upgrades there. And we know everything can't be always about under the ground. We know infrastructure has to be the #1 priority. But we really have our heart set on revitalizing Zerang Park. It was named after two military veterans that died in battle. And we actually been working with the World War II Museum on it. We'd like to make it a facility where we can have a water feature, and honoring these two members of Harahan that actually, gave the ultimate sacrifice for us. And we'd love to create a little park that's going to, promote commercial growth in that area, where your families can bring their children. So we're going to try to gate it in to where we don't have to worry about them running in the streets. It's a big project. It is a feel-good project, and I think the entire community will really embrace it, as well as the business community that's around that. So this is something we just started. We think that, I'm so pro-business and pro-small business here. I rave about our businesses every chance we get. I'll tell everyone we gained 7 businesses through COVID. We didn't lose any. And so what we want to do is we want to actually, in lack of a better word, is reintroduce our businesses back into the community. We actually got to name Robert Street after Miss Robert, who who was a big fan of mine for years. We got to spend time with her family. We all had snowballs that day, and we did a ribbon cutting, actually, welcoming their brand new street and just getting the word, hey, Robert's is open. Come on out, come see. Well, prior month we did one at the Blake, and we'll continue to do more. So if you have a business and you'd like to do a ribbon cutting, and you want the publicity of us being able to put and spotlight your business on Facebook, please reach out. We have a contact here at City Hall that's handling this. Her name is Cherie Johnson. She actually works at Robert's, and so reach out to her. And we really want to highlight your business in every way we can. And if you don't call us, eventually we're going to call you, because we want to make sure everyone knows that you're there. This is the economic impact of what we've been doing. Oh, I'm sorry, this is our sales tax economic impact. So we've been working real hard to promote business, and we know May was the highest sales tax figure that we've gotten so far in the history of Harahan, and now again in June. We're still waiting on some final numbers, but some early projections that we have now, we believe that it'll be the highest sales tax that the city's received in the month of June, and we're really excited about that, because that really shows that our businesses are really, working and they're doing well. This is a project that we started with the NOLA Goal, who are very near and dear to our heart. We love the organization. Tim Falcon and his group are incredible, and they took us in. And so we started our own rugby club called the Harahan River Coyotes. So we started this in Harahan, and now it's actually grown. So we got 3rd place in a tournament this weekend. First tournament we've ever played in, and we got 3rd place, which was awesome. You can see the gear that the guys got on. That's really cool. And they've actually started a new clinic, a youth clinic, and really that's where rugby became. My interest in Harahan is because we want to get youth back on the playgrounds, and so they wanted to start a youth clinic. So the Harahan River Coyotes have now started a youth program called the River Pups, and so we're going to work hard. Some other groups we're working with are Louisiana High School Association, the USOPC, the NCAA, JPRD, Curtis, and Dominican. We're working on some local and regional wrestling tournaments, some state and regional national events. We're working with Colonial Lanes on the NCAA regional bowling tournament. We're also working with FEMA on we believe, and this was something that we've looked at for quite a bit, and we've actually started to really get some traction on it. We know that there was a lot of work doing Katrina on the field in Harahan. It was a spot where a lot of trees were dumped, and it was a collection and holding area for debris for Katrina. We believe that the fields could have been put back better, and we've actually got FEMA's ear now, and they've been really working. They're listening to us, and they want to come out and do some work with us and make it right. And so when we get there, I think it'll be great. So, and that's it, man. Thank you so much. So, and we do the slideshows because, a lot of citizens are they really want to know, they want to be engaged, they want to be included, and it's hard to sit in here and explain it in words, and it's easy to show you pictures, and it really gives you a good grasp of what we're doing here. All right, so Madam Clerk, we'll go into special presentations.
Good evening, Mayor, Council, viewing public. Tim Walker, Harahan Police Chief. Not a whole lot to talk about tonight, but upcoming in October will be a night out against crime. Obviously, we didn't have it last year because of COVID. And when Night Out Against Crime was originally started many years ago, it was really a neighborhood type thing where the neighbors got together with the other neighbors and met at one house, and the police or law enforcement agency in that particular area went and visited and shared information back and forth. We're still trying to recover from COVID, so what we plan on doing this year, and I'll give out more information as time goes on, that we're going to try and put out information to get the people in the neighborhoods to have an open house, invite their neighbors to come over. A lot of neighborhoods, the people really don't know their neighbors. And then call the police department, let us know, and we'll go out that night and send a police officer to each one of those houses to intermingle. We'll have handouts and answer any questions that y'all might have. Also, school's still out. We ask you to drive safely. There's a lot of kids on the street playing or riding bikes. So have a good summer. Thank you.
Okay, can I get a motion to amend the agenda? I'd like to bring up Ms. Christine from the Farmers Market.
Motion.
A motion by Councilman Johnson, second by Councilman Chatelain to amend the agenda to add special presentations number 2 to bring up Ms. Christine to talk to us a little bit about the Farmers Market. Y'all, I'm really excited about the Farmers Market. It's doing very well.
Good, thank you. Hi, my name is Christine. I just wanted to let y'all know that we have the Farmers Market here at City Hall every Sunday from 12 to 4. And it's not a craft market. We just have food and wellness products, produce, a lot of fruits and vegetables. And it's a really nice market, and the community is starting to hear about it and come out. So if you want to tell your family and friends and come check it out. If you know anyone that's interested in being a vendor, I do have some applications, so you could just let me know after the meeting. All right?
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, approval of the minutes. Can I get a motion to, let's go, approval of the minutes. Can I get a motion, this is the reading of the minutes of the council meeting.
Motion to
Can I-
dispense.
All right, I have a motion for Councilman Johnson to dispense with the, second by Councilman Chatelain to dispense with the reading of the minutes. We'll open for public hearing. Anyone coming to speak forth about dispensing with the reading of the minutes, please come forth. No one coming forth will close public hearing. We have a motion by Councilman Johnson, second by Councilman Chatelain to dispense with the reading of the minutes. All in favor?
Yay.
3 yeas, 2 absence. Dispensing with readings is approved.
Just so y'all know, Councilman Wheeler just came up sick. All of us, so she's not here. I mean, and Asbill was planned, scheduled out of town. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, so can I have a motion to approve the minutes of the council meeting from June 29th, 2021? Motion by Councilman Chatelain, second by Councilman Buddy. Will now open for public hearing. Anybody wants to come forth and speak about the approval of the minutes from the meeting on June 29th, 2021? Nobody coming forth. Public hearing is now closed. We have a motion by Councilman Chatelain, second by Councilman Asbill to to approve.
Buddy.
Councilman Buddy, I'm sorry. All in favor?
Yay.
3 yeas, 2 absence. Minutes are approved. Communications, there are no communications. Resolutions, Madam Clerk?
Oh. In the mic. In the mic.
Oh. The following resolution was proposed by Councilman,
But he can't propose it because he's not here.
He can't do it if he's not here.
by Councilman Chatelain. A resolution of the City Council of the City of Harahan authorizing the mayor to enter into a construction agreement by and between JW Colonial Group LLC and the City of Harahan.
Okay, anyone wants to discuss proposed resolution 2021-8? Public hearing is now open. Okay, no one coming forth. Public hearing is now closed. Council discussion?
I have a couple of questions. I didn't read it until this evening, and maybe Scott can help. But This is,
2021, 8.
yeah, the, on line 32, scope of work, there really isn't a scope of work referenced in here, and the last 3 lines refer to the scope as defined in the scope of work. This is the scope of work paragraph. It's rather circular. So I'm not sure what the scope of work is. And it seems to need a little bit more description. Scott,
motion to defer this.
I think that,
get it cleared up.
great.
Okay.
Second.
All right, so I have a motion on the floor by Councilman Chatelain to defer proposed resolution 2021-8. I have a second by Councilman Johnson. All in favor?
Yay.
Yay.
5 yeas, 0 nays.
3.
I'm sorry, 3 yeas, 2 absence. We deferred. Madam Clerk, proposed resolution number 2021-9.
The following resolution was proposed by Councilman Chatelain, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Harahan authorizing the mayor to enter into an escrow agreement by and between the City of Harahan, JW Colonial Group, LLC, and Dwyer, Cambry, and Suffern, APLC.
Okay. Public hearing is now open. Anyone want to speak on proposed resolution 2021-9? All right, no one coming to speak forth. Proposed, public hearing is now closed. Council discussion.
I have 3 or 4 questions regarding this document also, and it goes hand in hand with 8. So defer. Great.
All right, so I have a motion on the floor by
Second.
Councilman Chatelain, second by Councilman Johnson to defer proposed resolution 2021-9. All in favor?
Yay.
3 yeas, 2 absence. Proposed resolution is deferred. Ordinances for approval.
You ready?
Yep.
Ordinances for approval. The following ordinance was proposed by Councilman Johnston and seconded by Councilman. An ordinance to designate no parking zone and add no parking signage to south side of Marshall Drive.
Okay, public hearing is now open. Anyone want to speak
Mr.
on
John.
proposed ordinance 2021-15?
Yes. My name is John Chapman. I live on Marshall Drive. When they did the street in, we have asphalt curbs, which do manage to get the water to the drains, to the culverts, but you cannot park a vehicle on both sides. And if you do, you can't get a vehicle through. Not just a regular vehicle, I mean, emergency vehicle would never make it, but a regular vehicle will not fit between the 2 cars. And they're tearing up the curbs. I just told this young lady, they tore up the drain, the grate on my side, which is the south side. And everybody in the neighborhood's happy to park on the north side because we have more parking over there. The street is 1 block long, and it's actually designed like a NASCAR street. It doesn't have a crown in the center. It's got a taper from the north to the south. So the water drains to my side, to the south side. So we need to get the water to the drain. And if vehicles keep damaging the curb, you won't get water to the drain.
And all your neighbors are good with it? Have you talked to your neighbors? They're
Yeah,
all
Jimmy
okay?
Bradley lives next door to me.
Okay.
He put a little white PVC post down. I don't want to do that. I don't want, and it's on city property anyway. It's
Right.
on your servitude. And I just want to maintain it. The street hasn't been redone in over 25 years. We've been on that property since 1955. I was 4 years old. I'm 70. And they did Halsey, they did Wainwright, but they didn't do Marshall. But 25 years ago, when they did Marshall, some genius or rocket science took out, we had concrete curbs. We had a concrete street way back then. And they took out the tapered curbs and put in asphalt curbs, which was functional, but it's a narrower street. It's like 11 inches narrower than a normal street. But it works, because we have MacArthur and Nimitz, Halsey and Wainwright that can cross through that street.
Okay, yeah.
So If you can help, we'd appreciate it.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Johnson.
Yes, sir.
Council discussion? I mean, anybody else going to speak? We'll now close public hearing. Council discussion?
I'd like to make a motion to defer this to the other council members are here also. I think this is back at the end of, like he said, it's at the end of Huntley and Wainwright, and we're gonna,
No, yeah.
Wainwright, and what is it?
Halsey.
Halsey, I'm sorry, Halsey.
Yeah.
Yeah, Halsey and Wainwright, and I think we're gonna, we're looking at some drainage issues back there too.
Yes.
So I would ask if we can make a motion to defer this, and let us dig a little deeper into this drainage issue first.
Which is great. As long as you got the curb, the water flow is fine to the drains. When you turn the pumps on, it clears in no time. Because I live here on the south side, we have two drains. We have one drain in front on the street, one drain 3/4 of the way back on our property. And now from Graf, who's on the opposite side, the north side, and he does the same. So we have good drainage on this street. We have a lot of holes in the street, which the water don't go anywhere.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a motion to defer this if it's possible.
Okay, we have a motion on the floor by Councilman Chatelain to defer. We have a second.
I'll second it.
Okay, we have a second by Councilman Buddy. All in
Thank
favor?
Yay.
Yay.
3 yeas, 2 absence. We will address it. We'll get it fixed.
Yeah, we can address it. I just,
This doesn't indicate that
It just
we're
puts it off till
against it.
next month.
We just want the other council members to have an opportunity to chime in.
I think we're looking at a drainage issue back there.
But
Yeah, that's on the right side, the left side, it's more of a drainage issue.
Yeah, yeah.
Because they have no drainage on that left side, at the end of.
Yeah, yeah. Well, what he said was right, they have 2 curbs.
Okay, Madam Clerk?
There are no ordinances for introduction, no old business. Under new business, Todd Turney on the finance director with the monthly financials.
Okay, he's
but,
not here.
He's not here today, so, no new business. New business number 2, Planning and Zoning Commission nomination and appointment.
Do we have any nominations?
I think
I think we should defer that
Okay,
also.
we'll defer that until next council meeting.
I have a lady I would like y'all to meet.
Yeah, and I have someone you may know that's interested that I think would be excellent.
Okay, so on new business
He
number 2, we
reached
have a
out to the
motion by
council.
Councilman Buddy, second by Councilman Chatelain to defer planning and zoning nominations. All in favor?
Yay.
Yay.
We'll open for public hearing. No one coming to speak forth. All right, public hearing is now closed. We have 3 yeas and 2 absence. Planning and zoning nominations is deferred.
That's it.
All right. Now we'll open and address the council. Anyone coming to speak, please state your name and address at the podium if you want to speak and address the council and the public. Up, come.
Hello. My name's Andrea Emanuel, and I just wanted to come and introduce myself to you all. I was born and raised in Jefferson Parish. I grew up in a place you might know called Shrewsbury. Okay, all right. So, and I graduated from Riverdale High School, and after with Christy, and then I went to LSU. Go Tigers! Yay! Okay, but I graduated from Xavier University in psychology, and I'm a small business owner, and business and people are my passion, and I have a mental health business. Okay, I'm a licensed psychologist, psychology professional, and with all that being said, currently I am a teacher at John Curtis, which I taught Christoph, the son of your mayor. And in my business, I was seeking services. And anyway, so once I met your wonderful mayor, and I'm in this location, I grew up here. There's just so many wonderful and exciting things that's happening that I'm not a part of. And I'm like, okay, so I'm exploring a little possibility of being in politics, but I'm a mother, I'm a grandmother, and I'm in this community on a regular basis. While we're out of school, I'm starting back in August. But you'll see me again. Anything I can do, I volunteer. Let me know. Okay.
Sure thing.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms.
Yay.
Manuel. Okay, no one else coming to speak forth. We'll now close address to council.
The Secretary's report for June 2021. Total revenue, $498,221. Reports.
Chief?
Chief.
The statistics for Harahan Police Department for the month of June 2021. Number of calls for service was 735. Handled 10 auto accidents. Number of citations issued was 156 for 245 different charges. There was 11 patrol requests. Arrests for narcotics were 22. The charges were 27. 11 of them were felony, 5 misdemeanor, and 11 city charges. Other arrests were 43 for 100 different other charges, 9 felonies, 48 misdemeanor, 23 city, and 20 traffic arrests. Persons and property crimes, no murders, no rapes, no robberies, 1 residential burglary, no non-residential burglaries, 1 motor vehicle theft, no attempted motor vehicle thefts, 4 larceny thefts, and 10 assaults. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief.
Thank you. Okay, Chief St. Cyr's not in. Councilman Asbill's not here. Councilman Buddy?
No report.
Councilman Chatelain?
No report.
Councilman Johnston?
No report.
Councilman Wheeler? And she's absent. All right. Just real fast, we had another publication come out this year listing Harahan as the #1 city to live in Louisiana again, and the 2nd safest city. We've all worked hard as a community to achieve that, and it is an incredible goal to have achieved 2 years running now. And so I thank the citizens. I think this is such a great town to live in and be a part of. And for some crazy reason, I believe we're on the right side of history to create a brighter future for the city. So I want to congratulate everyone. Thank you so much. And that's all I really got. Have a safe rest of your summer. And-
Let them know they get ready to redo that Generis Canal.
Oh, really? Oh, so well, go ahead, Councilman Chatelain.
So, I think a year or so ago, back when Councilman Johnson was in office for District 2, Jefferson Parish, they approved some money to redo the canal banks along Generis. And we met with Councilman Bonanno this week, and he actually sent us an email 2 weeks ago and said, that's all getting ready to start. So anybody out there on Generis in that area right there, they can notice them canal banks, they're actually getting ready to start on that. And it's funny, 3 days before I got that email, one of the citizens called me up and she was complaining about the canal banks eroding behind her house.
That's right.
So I just went ahead and took full credit that I'm getting this done for her right away. And she's very happy, and I'm taking the credit. But thanks to everybody who helped in the prior administrations and the administrations we have now that are getting this done. But it's all me. Thank y'all.
Okay, Madam Clerk, pay the bills.
Pay the bills. The bills paid in June 2021, $453,255.75. No executive session.
Motion to adjourn.
Okay, I have a motion on the floor by Councilman Johnson to adjourn. Can I have a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Buddy. All in favor?
Yay.
Yay.
3 yeas, 2 absent. We are adjourned. Thank you, guys.